Well, hello there, and welcome back, possibly for the first time. I'm Dr. Patrick Kingsip, and I'd like to chat about one of the essential ideas that relate to improving and maintaining our relationships with others. And that's respect for ourselves and your friend or your partner. Before we get moving, don't forget to like if you do, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to touch the notifications icon, as this will let you know when I put out new videos on all things psychologically related. Now, during my many years working as a clinical psychologist in public and private health spheres, one of the #1 issues presented is problems in my relationship. The problems are varied, but often it results from either lack of respect for the self or a lack of respect for the other person. Now, sometimes even lack of respect for the concept of marriage or commitment or whatever you'd like to call it. Now, many of the issues couples bring to therapy sessions are my partner is too controlling. We differ in how to raise our children or stepchildren. She or he is always telling me how to spend my time or whinging about how I spend my own time. We argue about money and how to spend it. There is a lack of real connection between us. They don't put aside time for me or value me. I don't have any quality time with them. Many of these relation gripes that I've just spoken about point to a tendency to see others and the world from one mindset, our own. When we become one-sided in our views of the relationship and towards the other person in general, we disrespect the value of the other person as a person. We do not view the other as our equal. Relationships require cooperation and are not a competition. When we have respect for ourselves and the other person in a relationship with us, we're more likely to cooperate with them. And this is the foundation for a healthy relationship. When a relationship is based upon respect, each person can flourish and grow within the relationship. It allows a sense of individuality without fear of rejection or ridicule. It means you see that your partner has different experiences and opinions, and you accept and respect that. It is also interesting to note that respect is more important to relationship success than love alone. If you think about this for a moment, isn't it challenging to love someone if you don't respect them? Seriously, just think about that. You need to respect the other person for the love to grow. However, it is much easier to voice that you respect the other person, but displaying this respect can be a bit trickier, your actions. Respecting your partner is reflected in how you treat them or interact with them daily. Even when you have disagreements or arguments, and yes, arguing is a healthy form of communication within a relationship, you can still respect what the other person is saying, their opinion, even if grossly different to your own. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but you can decide to work through the issue or problem at hand and come to a healthy compromise. Respecting the other means not coming from a place of wanting to control the other person or win an argument at all costs. Respect involves healthy respect for yourself and the other. So, you're maybe likely asking, how is respect demonstrated in a relationship? Well, firstly, I think by showing a sense of trust in them and that you can also be trusted. Trust is such an essential part of any relationship you're in. In showing your partner you trust them, you don't want to be checking up on them too many times during the day or evening. You want to demonstrate that you trust them by giving them space to get back to you when they are ready. You also don't want to make the mistake of going through your partner's things without their say-so. So don't be caught scrolling through their phone messages or emails without a prior discussion and agreement that it's okay. Make sure what you say to them can be trusted and that you uphold your word. Second, communication is critical. Without healthy communication between you both, relationships often start to falter. Try to be as open and honest in your communication style as you can be. Remember that no one can be a mind reader. So if you don't communicate how you feel about something, well, they're not going to know. Your feelings are valid and deserve to be heard. And as we touched on earlier, disagreements are okay in relationships. You're not going to agree about everything. Try not to shut down and walk away when a conflict begins, but try to work through the issue together. Maybe you need to take a time out or a break to sort of think things through and come back together to discuss it further. And also, very importantly as well, don't forget to listen. Actively listening to your partner it's just as important as voicing your thoughts and your feelings. Remember to take on board your partner's feelings also, even if radically different to your own. It's okay to disagree. Communication involves more than just the words too, so don't forget to be mindful of your body language and your gestures, your tone of voice, the way that you're moving your hands. Thirdly, try to be as reliable and accountable as you can. This builds respect between you both. Respect is complex when you find your partner continually canceling plans or lying. If you say you will do something within the relationship, try your best to follow through. Don't say you will call them at lunchtime and then not do this. Being dependable shows you respect your partner's time. Of course, life sometimes throws you a curveball and look, things change. But be sure to communicate this to your partner as soon as you're aware of it. Remember to apologize. Try to reschedule or make sure you put aside time to talk about it later. And fourth is not to be inside each other's pocket all the time. Make sure to allow your partner to have time with their family or friends and vice versa. This shows the respect that the other person has other relationships in their lives as you do, and they are essential also. As well, it's essential that everyone needs a break from their partner every once in a while, some more than others. Having the time to spend with others or alone gives you the space to grow as an individual within a relationship. And the fifth point is trying to appreciate the differences you have. As we discussed earlier, you can disagree with someone but still respect their viewpoint. They may even teach you something new or a new way of looking at things. Try to support their interests and passions, even if vastly different from your own. Put aside time to attend an art exhibition or a sporting event if this is something they enjoy. This shows you respect them and their interests. And lastly, spend the time to get to know yourself better. Yes, you. Put the time into respect for yourself in the same way you respect your partner. Pursue your hobbies and your interests, and don't let old friends fall away because you're in a relationship. Knowing and respecting yourself helps you thrive in your relationship. It's also okay to understand what is okay in a relationship and voice when things need to change. There is an analogy I like to remind myself of when talking about respect in relationships, and it goes as follows. Just like the roots of a plant are its invisible strength, keeping it upright and alive, respect is such a hidden internal attribute at the base of any relationship. Please remember this. And I do trust that this discussion on respect and looking at it both from yourself as well as from your partner's perspective is valuable, and you're able to put this into place. Now, thanks very much for watching, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please like, please comment. I respond to every comment that comes up. Any suggestions for future videos, that would be much appreciated as well. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.